You know, I got a message for white America, man. And white America, I want you to understand that black America does love you. We love you. But the one thing that we are sick of seeing is everyone always accusing us of making things racial. Now, you tell us that we make things racial, right? When your shooters, your mass shooters, can go to Burger King and just have a bad day. You even stop by the house after they complete their shooting with the police. But our shooters, man, I mean, sometimes people ain't even like mass shooters. They could be just reaching for their goddamn wallet, and they become Swiss cheese. And by the way, that term, that term Swiss cheese, I pulled that from Dave Chappelle, and suddenly you're mad at him when he makes some jokes that you don't like. But I go on Netflix and I see that the Mist series it's a episodic series called The Mist, and it's based off this movie called The Mist, and the executive producer is Bob and Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein started the Me Too movement, in case you don't know who that guy is. And no one walked out of Netflix when that came out, and that came out years before Dave Chappelle's special. So I find it very interesting how no one walked out, no one was protesting, where Harvey Weinstein, was busy out here just, let's just say, getting himself some forced ingratiation, some forced satisfaction. No one walked out then, but Dave Chappelle says jokes. It seems to me the only difference between Dave Chappelle and Harvey Weinstein is that one prefers mustard-based sauces and the other one prefers mayonnaise on their sandwiches. I mean, it just seems to me that is the only difference. Now, I say all this to say that is that you always accuse us of making things racial when the fact is that's not the case. Usually, it's just us making observations. Okay. Now, when I look at the case of Kyle Rittenhouse, the judge saying that you can't call the people that he shot and killed victims, but you can call everyone else rioters and looters and lawbreakers and everything else. But I look at the case of the Ahmaud Arbery case. We wouldn't even known about that had it not been a cell phone video that was released. But even with cell phone video release of Kyle Rittenhouse, man, it was slow to get him behind bars, wouldn't it? I mean, the cops treated him like a freaking rock star, all right? I just have to look at that, and I gotta say that once again, you tell us to not make things racial. You say that a lot, but I'm just gonna tell you, I gotta keep it a buck with you, man. I gotta keep it 100 with you. Look, we're not making things racial. We're just being honest with you. In the same way that you ignored us before George Floyd, do you not think that some of that collective apathy, some of that collective indifference is still applying right now? Do you think that people as a nation can change after that if you truly acknowledge that things needed to change after George Floyd? It's just a thought. It's just a thought.